Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'll be fighting a 200-point Kill Team game between my Genestealer cults and Matt's Exorcists. So the story that we've got going on here is that this planet suddenly found itself in the middle of a revolt. The working class is uprisen and trying to take down the imperial government inside here, and it turns out that it is a Genestealer cult that is leading the movement. So the Exorcists happened to be in the area, so they were sent in to try to stem the tide before it just overran the city. So we are going to be playing a supply drop mission. So basically what happened is some important information was dropped down here and somewhere in this sector. So the Exorcist sent out a force of scouts and tactical marines to go and find it, and the Genestealers are rampaging through looking for it as well. So that's the story that we've got going on here. Before we go any further, let's show you the two armies that I'll be fighting. So for the Genestealer cults, I have an 11-man Acolyte Hybrid squad and an 8-man Pure Strain squad. And for the Exorcist, he has a 5-man Scout squad with bolters, and a 5-man Tactical squad with bolters, and a Razorback with a twin-linked assault cannon as a dedicated transport. So for the Genestealer cult, from left to right, I have my leader who has Zealot. I have a specialist with who gets wounds on 2s in close combat. I have a guy who infiltrates, and then I have another guy who rerolls fails to wounds in combat. All right, for the Exorcist, using Iron Hands tactics, from the left to right, we have his leader who got the extra specialist. So he has, which one is a Fearless? Then we have another specialist there. He has the Ignores Cover. Then the third guy there has Hammer of Wrath. And then the fourth guy there has Stealth. Alright, so those are the armies going over deployment. I've got 2 of my Acolytes back here. Got another 2 Acolytes right on there. Got 2 more Acolytes over here. I've got 4 more Acolytes over here. I've got a Genestealer who infiltrated up here. Genestealer infiltrated there. Genestealer infiltrated there. Acolyte that infiltrated over there, that's the one that had the infiltrate. 3 that infiltrated over here. Another one that infiltrated over here. And then my leader rolled a 6 on the cult ambush table, so he is over there looking on these guys, which is pretty brutal. So, as of right now, the Genestealer cult will be going first. Oh, and let's go over his deployment. I'm sorry. So inside of his Razorback there, he's got the 5 tactical marines. He's got a scout that infiltrated right over here. He's got a scout that infiltrated there. Got a bunch of scouts, 2 scouts in here, and then the 4th one is back inside the building over here. So now, as of now, the Genestealer cult are going to be first, unless he can seize the initiative, looking for a 6. No, that's a 5. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer cult here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer cult. These guys had stayed there because there was an objective that is now gone. These guys moved up through here. These guys had stayed here because of the objective. It is gone. These guys stood there because of the objective. It is gone. He stood where he was because of the objective. It's gone. He shuffled around over this way. He's moving up this way. He's over here. This is also gone. He moved up 1 inch away from his guy over there. These guys moved in through cover, and he stood over there, and that's where the information is. So being held by a Pure Strain Genestealer. So that's it for movement phase for Genestealer cult. I don't think anyone is. I'm going to see if anyone's within shooting range. If they are, we'll shoot them. If not, we'll come back to you with the assault phase, because I've got my guy that my leader can charge. All right, no one was in range of any of my shooting guys, so we are now going to go on to the assault phase. My leader, he rolled a 6 on the cult ambush table, which meant I could place within 3 inches of any of his guys and then charge in the subsequent charge phase. So he was placed here, and he was going to charge there. He is 1 inch away. So here comes the Overwatch, hitting on 6s. No, wow, that was, at least you got those 1s out of your system. There we go. All right, so I am looking for anything but. And anything but is basically all I got, but that's enough, and that's what matters. So we'll move him into combat, and we'll come back to you with a fight sub phase. All right, so moving into combat here, I charge through cover, which means, and I don't have any kind of grenades or anything like that, so I am going to be at initiative 1. So his guy's going to go first. He's got 1 base attack here. I'm weapon skill 6, he's weapon skill 4, so he'll be hitting on 4s. Nope, that is not a hit. So we'll come back to you with my leader's attacks. All right, so my leader has 3 attacks base plus 1 for the charge. He's got weapon skill 6 and zealot. So I've got 4 attacks here, hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of zealot. All right, no need to re-roll. So I am strength 4. He is going to be toughness 4, so wounding on 4s. 6s are rending. Wow, that is a real thing that I just rolled. So yeah, so that's the end of Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Exorcist here on turn 1. Womp womp. All right, movement phase for the Exorcist. He moved over this 6 inches this way and then disembarked these guys. Passes dangerous terrain test move there. This guy shot around over this way. He's running over this way. This guy stood still because one is in combat and the other guy does not want to join him. And this guy stood still up here. So that is it for movement phase for the Exorcist. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 1. All right, starting up the shooting phase, this scout is going to fire into him over here. So hitting on a 3, that's a hit. Strength 4, toughness 3, I think. So looking for a 3, that's a wound. 4 up, cover save. Nope, he's dead. So that is first blood. All right. All right, this guy's going to fire into this guy over here. So hitting on 3. No, nothing there. And this guy is going to fire into him. Rapid fire range, so hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. No, nothing. All right, this guy's going to fire into him. Rapid fire range, hitting on 3s. We got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. We got nothing. Womp womp. All right, the guy in the front there is going to fire into the guy in the front there. So hitting on 3s. Got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Nope, nothing there. All right, the second guy over here is going to fire into him. Hitting on 3s. Got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. No, nothing there. The leader guy in the middle there is going to fire into him. Hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. So they have stealth, so that is a 3-up cover save. Yeah, he's good. Woo! The guy in the back here is going to fire into that same guy up there. Hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. That is a wound. 3-up cover save. Woo! All right, the guy on the left there, he's specialist with ignores cover, is going to fire into the guy over here. So hitting on 3s. I got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5-up invul save because he's ignoring my cover there. Come on, baby. Show me that 5. Show me that 5. Yeah, that's a 5. Woo! All right, now his rhino razorback there is going to fire into the front guy over there. So we've got 4 shots hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right, strength 6, so wounding on 2s. All right, so we got 3 wounds. He is. Yeah, he's not. He's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna go to ground. Sorry. All right, he's gonna go to ground. So 3 2-up cover saves. Oh! And he did. Okay. And that is it for the shooting phase. So we'll come back to you with the 1 fight that we have going on. All right, so we're over here at the 1 fight that we have going on right now. So my guy is at initiative 6. So he's got 3 base attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, that one's cocked. So that's 3 hits. Oh God, don't do this again. Wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Really?
There it is.
Really? Really? All right. Well, now he's got his 1 attack back, hitting on not a 1. So that fight will continue on, which is stupid and brutal. All right, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for Genestealer Cult. These guys are moving up this way. 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 He couldn't really get down from there. He's running over this way. These guys are moving up this way. He's running over this way. These guys are running up this way. And my leader is still locked in combat. So that is it for Genestealer Cult turn here for movement. So we'll come back to you with possible shooting. We'll see if they can shoot. All right, so shooting phase. The guy on the right here is within range of the guy over there. So, ballistic skill 3, so hitting on a 4. Hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Strength 3, toughness 4, so wounding on a 5. Oh, nothing there. And then this guy is going to fire into the guy in the back there. So, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No, nothing there. Wow, 2 5s and then 2 3s. Odd. All right, so that is it for shooting phase. I've got some more runs I'm going to do, but those are boring to watch, and then we'll come back to you with the assault phase. All right, starting off the assault phase, he is going to charge into him. So Overwatch hitting on 6s. Oh, we got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up invul save. No, he is dead. All right, so then this guy is going to charge into him. Let's see if he can charge. 7 inches. Yep, that is it. It's just out. I think they've got fleet. So I'm going to re-roll that one. Yeah, now they're in. Woo! All right, this guy's going to charge into his leader. So hitting on 6s. Nope. So the charge distance. 8 will get him in, so we'll move him in. This guy here is going to charge into him. Nope, no hits. Anything but. Yep, he's good. And then these guys are going to charge in. Front guy is in. Back guy, anything but, is in. So we'll move them all in. Then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, these guys here, this guy, we're going to start over here with my leader to see if he can finally kill this dang scout. So I've got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. Oh, 1 hit. You got it. Wounding on a 4. 6s are rending. Hey, it's a wound. 4 up. Armor save. Cocked. Let's see. Is that cocked? Oh, yes.
Placement.
4 up. Oh, and he's finally dead. I mean, to be fair, the fact that that scout cheating. The fact that that scout made it through 3 rounds of combat with a Genestealer. I mean, he's probably going to remember, except everyone forgot his name, so sucks to be that guy, I guess. All right, well, the guy, he died to cheating. That's what he'll always be remembered as. All right, we're going to move over to here. So, 4 attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s. Okay, 2 hits, wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Okay, so then you've got your 1 attack back. Nope, that's not a hit, so they will just continue to be locked in combat. All right, moving over here, I moved charge through cover, so he's going to get his attack first, hitting on a 4. That's a hit, wounding on a 4. No, nothing there, so then I've got my 4 attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s. I got 3 hits, wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Got 1 wound, 1 4 up armor save. Oh, and he's good, so they will be locked in combat. All right, over here, my guy into his leader. I've got 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay. Jeez, Phil. Looking for 4 up to wound, 6 up to rend. All right, your attack. Hitting on a 4. No, so they will be locked in combat. When all his friends are going to join in on that fun fight. All right, now these guys are going to attack into here. So, 8 attacks between the 2 of them. Hitting on 3s. That's cocked. Alrighty then. Strength 4, looking for 6s to pen. Actually, because they're going to be rending. So, regardless of what it would be, 6s to pen. So, show me some fill faces. 3 fill faces. So, it is a... What? Oh boy, that is I mean, yeah, I mean that's a woo for sure, but I mean, wow, okay, I'll take that. So it is a wreck. All right, and that is the end of the fight sub phase. Saved all my 6s apparently for his Razorback. All right, so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Exorcist here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Exorcist. These guys all kind of moved around here, looking to get some objective and maybe to get some charges in on there. These guys locked in combat. He moved less than an inch so he can get some shots down on my leader there, and he is still up in there. So that is it for the movement phase for the Exorcist. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 2. All right, he's going to shoot into my leader over here. So we got 2 shots hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 3 up, cover save. He's good. All right, that guy is going to fire into the Genestealer in the back there, hitting on a 3. 2 hits, wounding on 4s. Nothing there. All right, this guy over here with ignores cover is going to fire into my back guy there. So hitting on 3, that's 2 hits, wounding on 4s. We got nothing. And that guy there is going to shoot the front guy over here. So hitting on 3s. We got 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up, invul save. He's good. And that guy is going to fire into this guy over here, so hitting on 3s. We got 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up, invul save. No, and he is dead. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Moving on to the fight sub phase, because no one can charge since they all shot rapid fire guns. So we're gonna start over here. My guy's gonna go first, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, we got 1 hit, wounding on a 4, 6 is rending. That's a wound. 4 up armor save. No, and he is dead. All right, moving over to here. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, 1 hit, wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. So then his 1 attack back, hitting on a 4. That's a hit, wounding on a 4. No, so that will continue. And then moving over to here to the one with his leader, hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 4, 6 is rending. No, nothing there. And then your attack, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up invul save. He's good. So that will continue. All right, so that's it for the fight sub phase and the end of the Exorcist turn here. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer cult on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer cult. This guy, my leader, stood still over there. These guys move through cover this way. These guys move through cover this way. These guys are moving over this way. These guys are moving over this way. He's moving across this way. He's moving up this way. So that is it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 3. All right, these 2 guys are in range of him. So we'll start with the guy up front there first, hitting on a 4. No, the guy in the back hitting on a 4. No, okay. All right, he's gonna shoot into that guy there, hitting on a 4. That's a hit, wounding on a 5. Nope. This guy's gonna fire into him, hitting on a 4. Nope. This guy's gonna fire into him, hitting on a 4. That's a hit, wounding on a 5. Hey, that's a wound, 3 up armor save. Oh, and he's good. Then this guy's going to fire into him, hitting on a 4. Oh, that's a hit, wounding on a 5. No, nothing there. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. I had some runs. They're boring. I'm not going to show you. So we're going to move on to the assault phase. We're going to start with this guy on the right here is going to charge into that guy. Would you like to overwatch? All right, here comes the overwatch. Hitting on 6s. No, nothing. So he's got a 9-inch charge. And he is in. All right. And then this guy over here we decided was 8-inch charge. He is not in. Then this guy is going to charge into him. That was a 7-inch charge with fleet, but don't need it, so he is in. He is going to charge into his leader there, who is locked in combat, therefore cannot overwatch. He is in. Well, barely, but he is in. And then my leader is going to charge up to him. So do you want to roll overwatch for that? Hitting on 6s. Nothing there. So he's got a 3 inches up. He is in. So we will, oh yeah, he charged, yeah. So we'll move them in and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so we're gonna start over here. My leader's charged through cover, so he's gonna go first. 1 attack, hitting on a 4. That's a hit, wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. So I've got 4 attacks on the charge. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Zealot. All right, re-rolling because of Zealot. All right, these are wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. We got 2 wounds, 2 4 up armor saves. He's good. So we will be locked in combat. Apparently my leader left his claws at home. All right, we're gonna go over here. My guy will go first since they were locked in combat. Hello, get back over here. Hitting on 3s. I got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 6s are rending. Got 1 wound. 4 up armor save. That's cocked.
Cheating.
But he's good. And then your attack back. Hitting on a 4. No, so they will be locked in combat. All right, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go with my guy that charged in there because he's my specialist that wounds on 2s. So he's got 4 attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit, wounded on 2, 6s is rending. That's a wound with the 3 that was trying to get me, and he's good. So then my other guy is going to attack in. 3 attacks hitting on 3s. All right, 3 hits, wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Hey, 2 wounds and a rend, so he is dead, and that is Slay the Leader. Woo! All right, we're gonna move over here. So my acolyte has blasting charges, which means that he goes at full ballistic skill. This guy ran a little bit through cover there, just towing in basically. So he's going to be going initiative step 1. So his guy and my acolyte are going to go at the same time at initiative step 4. So my acolyte has 2 base attacks, +1 for extra close combat weapon, weapon skill 4, tough strength 4. So he's going to have 3 attacks hitting on 4s, and he charged. Oh, 1 for the charge. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. +1 for the charge. So 4 attacks. Hitting on 4s. I got 2 hits. Looking for 4s. 6s are rending. He has got rending claws. Okay. Or I could roll a 1 and a 2. So then he's going to do his 1 attack into the Genestealer, hitting on 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up invul save. No, and he is dead, so I don't get to attack with him. Great. All right, so I lost combat by 1 over there. So my leadership is on these guys. I think it's an 8. It is an 8. So looking for a 7. And I'm good. So they will be locked in combat. All right. All right, and that is it. That's the end of the Genestealer cult turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Exorcist on turn 3. All right, movement for the Exorcist. These 2 guys moved back there onto the objective. He's still sticking up there, looking to get he's the guy with the hammer of wrath, so he's really excited about that one. And he stood still, and everyone else is locked in combat. So we will come back to you after with the shooting phase here on turn 3. All right, this guy here is going to shoot into the guy in the front there. So hitting on 3s. That's 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. Oh no, wounding on a 3. So that's a wound, because he's toughness 3, I forgot. He's going to go to ground, because otherwise he would just be dead. So looking for a 6 up. Show me a field face. No, he did. All right, moving on. All right, the guy on the left there is going to shoot into him over there. So hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. Nothing. The guy there in the back there is going to do the same thing. Hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on 4s. That's a wound. 5 up invul save. He's good. This guy here is going to shoot his bolt pistol into him, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up invul save. Oh, he did. So you don't even get to charge him with your hammer of wrath. Ha ha! Just as I planned. That's the end of the shooting phase, so we are going to move on to the assault phase, or the fight sub phase. No one's actually charging. So these guys over here, we're going to start there with my leader. He's got 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Okay, got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Yay, there it is. With 6, he's rended. Moving over to here. My guy's going to go first. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Got 3 hits. Wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Okay. Yep, that's the thing I just did. So now you got your 1 attack in there. That's a hit. Wounded on a 4. That's a wound. Oh, God. 5 up invul save. No, and he is dead. Punched the Genestealer right in the face. All right, moving on. And we're over here. So, this is initiative 4. We both go at the same time. Why don't you roll your first? 1 attack, hitting on a 4. No. So then I've got 3 attacks, 2 base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon, hitting on a 4. Okay, 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. 6s are rending. No, nothing there. So they will be locked in combat. And that is it for the fight sub phase. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Genestealer Cult here on turn 4 or 5? 4. No, 3, 4. Yeah, Genestealer Cult turn 4. Movement phase for Genestealer Cult. These guys, this guy stood still. These guys all moved up this way. These guys all moved up this way, and he moved around that way. And that is it for movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 4. The guy in the front there is going to shoot into his scout up there, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. Nothing. Starting here on the right, he's going to shoot into that scout there, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. Nothing. Next guy over is going to do the same thing, hitting on a 4. Nothing. He is also going to do it into him. So, on a 4. Nope. This guy is going to shoot into the back guy over there. So, hitting on 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good. And he is going to shoot into that one. Hitting on a 4. No, nothing. Moving on to the assault phase over here. We're going to start over on the right here. He's going to charge into him. So, Overwatch. That's cocked. You can roll that one in. Nope. So, he has an 8-inch charge to make. Does not make it. Oh, no, 7-inch charge. The first guy was 7-inch, right? Oh, no, 8, 7. No. Yeah, he was 8. The next guy is 7 inches. Sorry, we figured it out and I got all confused. So the next guy needs a 7-inch charge because he's also going to try to charge in there. He makes it. Then the third guy needs an 8-inch charge. He does not make it. 7, yeah, I got a 1. I know it sucks. All right. This guy's going to charge into there. 6s. Nope. Anything but. Barely, but he's in because he's not in cover, thankfully. And then over here, he's going to charge in. So 6s. Got 1. Wounded on a 4. No. And he is in. So we will move them in, and then we'll come back to you with a fight sub phase. We're going to start over here with the fight sub phase. So my guys have blasting charges, so he does not suffer penalty for going through cover there. So I've got 4 attacks on the charge, hitting on 4s. Okay, got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4, 6 is rending. Nope. And then you got your 1 attack. That's not a hit. All right. Then we're going to go over to here. 3 attacks. Initiative step 4, so he'll get to go as well. Hitting on 4s. Okay, 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. 6 is rending. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good. And then his attack. Hitting on a 4. No, so they are locked in combat. Then we've got the one closest over here. 4 attacks on the charge, hitting on 4s. Okay, got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Oh, rending, so he will be dead, but he does get to hit. Hitting on a, no. First, let's do, he's been forgetting to use his 6+ feel no pain this entire time. So 6+ feel no pain, and he's still alive. Real glad I remembered that one. And his attack is a hit. That's a wound. 5 up save. This is gonna be gross if this happens. Yep, he did. So real glad I remember that for you. And then we're over here. So I've got 4 attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 2, 6s are rending. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good. See if he hits a 4. No, so they will be locked in combat. So that is the end of the fight sub phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn, what turn is it? Turn 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Exorcist on turn 4. Movement phase here for the Exorcist. He moved back over onto the objective there. He's moving around that way looking to get some Hammer of Wrath onto his guy over there, finally. And he stood still, and everyone else is locked in combat. So that is it for the movement phase here for the Exorcist. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 4. Starting out the shooting phase, this scout is going to shoot into my acolyte up in the front there. So hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 3. No. This guy back there on the objective is going to shoot into my acolyte in the crater there. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. We got 2 wounds. He is going to go to ground. So +2 to the cover save there becomes 6, 5, 4. 4 plus cover save. Whoa! No, he did because of that. Oh, I had a fill face. But he did because of that one. And that is break the enemy. And that is it for the shooting phase. Moving on to the assault phase, he is going to charge into that Genestealer there. He is in. So we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. Okay, so we're going to start over here. My guy has 2 base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon at initiative step 4. He's also attacking at 4, so we both get our attacks. So mine are coming in here, hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4, 6 is rending. Oh no, nothing there. So his 1 attack, hitting on a 4. No, so they will be locked in. Now we're over to this one. I'll do my attacks first. We'll get his attack regardless. So 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay, got 2 hits. Wish those were on the wounds here. Wounding on 4, 6s are rending. We got 1 wound, 3 up armor save. No, 6 up, feel no pain. No, so he will be dead, but he does get his attack. Hitting on a 4, that's a hit. Wounding on a 3, that's a wound. 5 up, invul save. He's good! And that is also break the enemy. Woo! All right, moving over to here. His first thing we're gonna do is his Hammer of Wrath. Wounding on a 4. No. He was super excited about that. For it to come up 1, that's just cruel. All right, we'll come back to you with my attacks. So at initiative step 6, I am actually going to split my attacks. I'm going to put 2 onto the guy with the Hammer of Wrath that just came in, and 1 onto the guy that I've been fighting before. So, onto the Hammer of Wrath guy. Hitting on 3s. That's 1 hit. Wounding on 2s because he's a specialist over there. Of course. All right, onto the other guy. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2, 6 is rending. Oh, that's a wound, but not rending. Let me see if I can get that in focus. All right, so 3 up armor save. He's good. So now they get their 3 attacks because of the 1 guy on the charge. Hitting on 4s. No, nothing there. So they will be locked in combat. All right, so that is it. The end of the Exorcist turn here on turn 4. So we'll come back to you after a movement phase for the Genestealer cult on turn 5. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is actually break test. So this is my leader's break test. He's got leadership 10, and he is cool, barely but good. We'll start here, going right to left. On an 8, he is good. Second guy is super good. Third guy is 8 is good. Woo! Just good. This guy back here is dead or ran away. And this guy over here is ran away. This guy over here ran away. This guy over here ran away. And my pure strain over there is good. That was brutal. All right, we'll come back to you with whatever's left for the movement phase. Movement phase, he stood still. One of the guys shuffled in, so they're all in range of him. And he is locked in combat over there. That's all I got left. This whole quadrant here just got wiped out with the running away because of the break test. So that is it for the movement phase, and we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Okay, these guys are going to fire into him. I'm going to roll all 3 at the same time. So hitting on 4s. All right, got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound. 4 up cover and or armor. He's good. All right, and now we're on to the fight here. I'm going to put 2 onto the guy with Hammer of Wrath. Hitting on 3s. Got 1 hit. Wounding on 2 because he's the specialist there. 6 is rending. That's a 2. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good. And then I got the 1 attack onto the other guy. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. Oh, feel no pain. No, he will be dead. He didn't have to do that. That was just spiteful. But he gets to attack back because... Oh, no, he doesn't. No, because my initiative is better. So, he will come back with his 1 attack here. Hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up invul save. Oh, and he's dead. That ain't great. That ain't great. All right, so we will come back to you with his break test here on turn 5. Okay, so starting the break test here, he is going to go first. Leadership 8. He's good. This guy over here, leadership 8, is not good, and they shall know no fear. Reroll. He's still gone. Okay, and now this guy will start with the back one there. Is good, and then the one over there is good. Okay, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Exorcist here on turn 5. All right, end of the movement phase. He's consolidated over there. He's staying up there. And that's it. And we are going to call it at that because at this point, he has First Blood. He also has Break the Enemy. I have Slay the Leader. I also have Break the Enemy. He's sitting over there, assuming he doesn't run away, has Line Breaker. But he is sitting on the objective, which is worth 3 points over there. So, because of that, the closest guy I have is that guy. So assuming he passes his leadership test for break, and assuming we go on to turn 7, I would have to, on turn 6, move 6 through cover. I would also then need to run 6. Then the next turn I would need to move 6 through cover, and then run 2 in order to even get within range of that objective. So, moving through cover for the first one is a 5. So we're already not looking great. Then his run is a 1. Yeah, that's it. So that is the end of the game. It never was going to happen. So an Exorcist victory, but dang was that a close victory. That was so much fun. These guys are... The Genestealer cult are a lot of fun. Between their cult ambush and the pure strains just being super brutes in combat. Even if I roll a lot of 3s to wound and can't really get them, my leader taking forever, it was still awesome, a lot of fun. The fact that I was able to just glance that thing to death in 1 round of combat, that just made me giggle. That felt so good. I'm going to take that as a moral victory. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I had a blast. Kill Team is still a lot of fun. And my Genestealers are really, I think they're going to be a lot of fun to be able to play with. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Matt. And until next time, have fun.